Tequila Tuesday. Welcome to the morning tea. I'm Maddison Hill.
And I am Courtney Revolution.
Courtney got his tweet into Nicki Minaj just right under the wire.
Yes.
She looks so damn good at Carnival. I've been having a really stressful morning and Courtney was just like, Maddison.
Look at Nicki Minaj's
Honestly,
waist. What waist?
We might feel like our life is in shambles, but Nicki Minaj looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And she does. You guys, we have so much to get into today. It's going to be a Tequila Tuesday for the books. We are going to talk about this whole Charlie Puth, Selena Gomez situation. We've read your DMs, we've read your messages, we've read your comments. We're going to address it today, so all will be right in the world. We also have a large card dinner tea time. We're talking about Scott and Sophia. We also are talking about Kylie and Travis. We got a little Chloe news.
Okay.
We also have a little update on Kylie and how she's doing a year after her friendship with Jordan ended. Actually, that Scott and Sophia story is literally one of my favorite things ever. And I feel like after that, you and I could definitely hang out with Scott and Sophia.
Okay, I'm ready.
And get along. You know what I'm saying? You guys, we also were talking about Vanessa Bryant. She filed a lawsuit yesterday. We're also going to talk a little bit about the memorial. We're also talking about the little teaser, I guess, or casting call that happened after last night's Bachelor. It looks like they're trying to do a spinoff, and everyone is very confused, including myself.
Of the isn't there one already? The Paradise one?
So that's, Bachelor in Paradise, but that's still young people. Now they're looking for people who are in their
65
golden years.
Oh, I heard. I heard.
We're going to have a fantasy suite with 65-year-olds.
Listen, I'm here for that.
I'm actually not totally against it. It's just really funny.
Geriatrics need love.
They do. We also are going to give a little update on Harvey Weinstein because I know that was something you guys were very passionate about yesterday, so I wanted to update you guys on that. We also have a lot of BTS news.
Oh,
we have never said that before here at the table, but we have a lot of BTS news. They are in America. They're doing their kind of press for their album. So we're going to talk about them being on Jimmy Fallon and then also their interview with E! News. We're also talking about Stranger Things. So if you guys like Stranger Things, we're talking about Charlie Heaton and Natalia Dyer. They rarely talk about their relationship, but Charlie is actually speaking about it in a recent interview. We also talk about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. We have an update on the Gigi Hadid, Zayn Malik, Jake Paul situation. We also have a ton of Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande news. Pete Davidson sat down with Charlamagne the God.
I read that. I read
Yes.
the little
Had a
tidbits.
huge tell-all interview, you guys. And he talked about the moment he knew his relationship with Ariana Grande was over.
Yeah.
And it's very sad. We also heard him talk about his relationship with Kaya Gerber and why he feels it didn't work out. Also what he wants from his career, just like a lot of Pete Davidson tea.
Can I just say, before we get to that story,
Yeah,
I just want
course.
to say, what Pete is saying is the moment he knew his relationship was over was also the moment I knew, as a fan, that their relationship was over. I knew it.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait until we hit that.
Wait till we hit that.
Wait
You
till we hit
guys will
that.
definitely see where we're coming from. We have Katie Maddison. I sent you a DM. There is a champagne dispenser. Oh my gosh, I need to go read this. Champagne dispenser bar called the Oxford House in Tampa. Cheaper than London. LMK, if you come, I'll buy you a champs. Yes, Katie.
Yes.
You're
Come on,
exactly
Katie.
right. Tampa is way closer than London, way easier to get to, and I could just do a little hop, skip, and a jump from Tampa to Orlando.
And go right into Disney.
So, Katie, you might have just planned my next trip. Wow, thank you. Thank you. Shout out
was
to
a good
Katie.
one, Katie.
That is a great idea. Yes, I love it. And someone else has been there as well.
Oh, really?
Shauna said, Katie Douglas, I love Oxford. Okay, clearly
So this is the thing.
we're missing out on something.
We need to do like a
Clearly-
champagne tour.
That would literally be my dream come true.
little
As
champagne
sad as that
tour.
sounds, that would be a dream come true. Just a
bottles of
champagne
champagne.
tour, you and I.
We take a picture in a big giant champagne glass.
on Travel
Yes.
Channel, just going around.
Trying all the champagne.
All I want on a reality show or any sort of show is, you know how they do the little like animation when they travel?
Yes.
Like I can
They go,
see our animation, like us, our heads in a little plane, and it's like.
It would be the instrumental to Super Bass.
Yes.
Hopefully Nikki would clear that instrumental for us. Thank you.
I think she would. After everything, after your bit when you meet her on Queen Radio. Obviously, we must manifest that
One
as well.
day.
We have to.
Yes, ma'am.
It will happen. I also saw someone bring up Love is Blind. Yes, those new episodes come out on Thursday.
Can I tell y'all something? And y'all
Yes.
might have known this, but I just found this out. My best friend Felicia texted me this morning. Love is Blind finished taping at the end of 2018.
Yeah.
And I had no idea.
Yes, so one of my friends, all my friends work in reality
Yes.
television. So one of my friends knows a lot of the people who were producers on the show, and she told me that exact same thing. She said they've actually had to keep their relationship status on the DL for like over a year. It's been crazy. So if you go look on their social media, and full confession, okay, this is why
I didn't, because I didn't want spoilers.
See, but this is why I try to stay away from Twitter, because I get really
you start going through the replies.
And I get into a deep, dark hole. And of course, I saw this thread pop up that was like, I did some research on Love is Blind and Lauren and Cameron, and I was like, and I clicked on it, and I got deep into the thread, and then I started looking on their Instagrams. It was wild. I will say Lauren has a couple pictures on her Instagram, not recently, but if you look like 2019-ish, where she is wearing a wedding ring.
Okay.
And there is a picture of her nails where she looks like she is on the porch of Cameron's house.
Okay.
However, I'm not fully convinced, because then she has now intermixed some like pictures from her apartment.
Of course, which she should be doing.
Yeah. So I feel like Netflix really put these people through the ringer if they have been married for a year and not been able to post on social media.
From like a month to get married to now don't talk about it for a year.
Can you imagine? I honestly can't. I can't. And they do give them some Hobby Lobby-esque weddings, so I get not maybe wanting to post pictures of the actual wedding yet, but just your relationship, like that would be so hard, right?
Does everyone you know sign NDAs? Everyone that had been part of the show, like your family and stuff, you think probably?
I'm sure they have to sign something where they can't talk about it, but normally on shows it is a rule, like if it's a dating show or any sort of competition show, you can't post about winning anything, you can't post about your relationship, but the fact that they had to keep this on the deal for so long is wild to me. And I think we all are just dying to know what happens with Jessica and Mark. Maybe I'm speaking for the entire T-Tribe here, but I'm gonna do it.
Listen, I hope that there is lots of water in Jessica's future.
I hope so too. Maybe
for
some
more than
IVs.
one reason.
We have Katie, Show Court K, how it's done. Yes, absolutely. I know Courtney took care of some things.
Don't rush us. Y'all know that should be like a permanent portion of the show. Welcome to the Morning Tea Live. This is Madison Hill. I'm Courtney Revolution. We love celebrities and we love opinions. We're gonna get to the topics at hand. Just don't rush us.
Maybe we should add that to the intro. I'll start. Remind me of that tomorrow. Because by tomorrow I will 1,000% forget.
Yeah. Now we're not gonna address it, and if you get blocked, don't DM us after. You're blocked. I just want to let you know. Please don't play. We're not gonna stop. Leo back there is gonna hit the back door on you, and if I see it, I'm gonna hit the trap door on you, and you're gonna fall through, and then you're just exiled from the kingdom. Thank you.
Leo and Courtney are coming to Snap next. Yes.
Sabrina.
Shout out to Josie. Good morning, T-Tribe Kisses. It's my day off, and I'm catching up on Circle and stayed up until 4 a.m. catching up on Love is Blind. Josie.
Dedication.
Wow. Dedication. Also, I think the Circle is coming back.
I need that.
So I think we should be okay for a second season. I don't want to speak too soon.
I want that.
Because I'm using a little insider information.
But
I think we should be okay for a season 2. That's all I'm gonna say.
Season 2 producers, can we get a shooting?
Fingers crossed. Actually, my friend Holly just had lunch with Joey and Sammy, because my friend Holly worked on the show, whatever. And I was so jealous. I was like, did you tell Joey that we we stan? And he actually has watched some of the morning tea before. So yay, shout out to Joey. We knew we loved you from the beginning. Okay. We knew. Okay, let's see. Bailey, we have Madison. Guess what? Side note, so glad I made the live. Love watching y'all. You make me LOL every episode. But did you know Little Mix is doing a girl group show as we speak? I know, someone's on it. I did not know that.
Like
a girl group show, like they're making one? Are they the judges on one?
They better be the judge. They better not be adding no women.
Is this a UK show? What is happening? Please send me a message. Yeah. Please let us know. Courtney loves Little Mix too.
That's interesting. Little Mix doing something. Give them a platform.
I really hope they're not adding a member. Because remember, didn't Making the Band do that at one point? Or the Pussycat Dolls. They were in search of the next Pussycat Doll. I do remember that because I was really sad I was not old enough to audition to be a Pussycat Doll. I was like 14, and I think you had to absolutely be at least 18. Yeah, for sure. Even though I was like, I could lie, but no. Imagine me at 14. Okay, no way could I have passed at 18. I still sometimes get double checked to go into a bar, so no way at 14 was I passing as 18.
Who's that?
No, literally, people will be like, people will be with my friend. I'll be with my friends, and the bouncer will be like, oh, can I see some IDs? And they'll be getting theirs, and he'll look at me and goes, I definitely need to see your ID. Ew. I'm like, sorry, I have good genetics. Yeah. Why are you hating on my genetics?
That's a Meghan Trainor song featuring the Pussycat Dolls.
Oh!
Sorry. Every time someone says genetics.
We also have a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves to tea ya. And we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. Ay, Mika.
Happy Tequila Tuesday, Mika. All right, let's go ahead and get into the tea. We're going to pour it up. We got a little lemon lift because we needed a little lift this morning. You guys, the first thing we're talking about is Vanessa Bryant. I wanted to fill you guys in on this lawsuit. So in the midst of the coverage for Kobe Bryant's memorial, this went down at Staples Center yesterday. I watched some of the clips. It was absolutely gut-wrenching. I don't know if you watched anything on social media that you saw.
I couldn't.
Beyonce performed, Alicia Keys performed, Christina Aguilera performed, Michael Jordan spoke, Shaq spoke, obviously Vanessa spoke. It was just, I keep saying the same words, but that's literally the only way I can describe it to you if you haven't watched any of them. But in the midst of all of this, it was reported that Vanessa Bryant has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Island Express Helicopters. That is obviously the company that owned the helicopter and that the pilot worked for. So she's actually suing for negligence in 8 different ways. As of right now, the lawsuit seeks, quote, unspecified damages for Vanessa Bryant's grief, sorrow, loss of companionship, and funeral expenses, among other things. So there's no exact dollar amount of what she's asking for, at least right now it's not being revealed. What do you think about that? Because I think some people had some mixed reactions about the lawsuit.
I feel like Vanessa absolutely should seek a lawsuit because at the end of the day, she lost a part of her family.
A large part of her family.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? Why shouldn't she? There was some sort of accident that occurred. She lost a big part of her family, and she needs a bag for that.
No, I agree.
No amount of money can replace her family.
Oh, absolutely not.
But y'all better give up some of that. Absolutely.
And I just want to read out Elizabeth's comment. Vanessa is truly a strong and independent woman. She deserves a lot for this reason.
I agree.
And I agree. And I think just by what she was able to display yesterday, I mean, she was able to speak and she got through her speech beautifully and with so much strength and grace that I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I feel like if this is necessary for her to have closure, then I think it needs to happen.
I agree.
And I don't think it's anyone's place to judge her for doing this at all. Because we have never been in that position. I honestly can't even mentally conceive being in that position.
No, ma'am.
So whatever she feels she needs to do to get closure, more power to her. I think she deserves that.
And it's not really for people that are not part of her family to judge.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Rachel, are the other families suing? So based on the reports I saw yesterday, it was just Vanessa's team and just Vanessa's legal team that was filing the lawsuit. But I imagine that the other families at some point will be brought in to the mix. I don't know how. I don't know if there'll be counters, you know, people on the lawsuit, but I don't know. 901
Erica says she will start the lawsuit because she has the money. They will be included, is what I hear. And I wouldn't be surprised about that either.
That's what I was thinking. I doubt Vanessa would take any earnings and only keep them for her family.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's how Kobe lived his life, and I don't believe that's how she would continue his legacy.
Yes, ma'am.
But let's go ahead and move on, you guys. Please just continue to keep Vanessa, Kobe's daughters, the rest of the families, everyone affected by this horrible, horrible, horrible tragedy in your thoughts and prayers. Do not forget that, please. But let's move on and get into this really funny Bachelor story. So last night's Bachelor was clearly not that interesting because no one's even really talking about it. So it was the fantasy suite episode where like it's down to 3.
Okay.
And they go on the overnight dates where they go to the fantasy suite and it's like, are they gonna hook up? Are they gonna have a boudoir moment? Or are they not? I know
they don't go on no trip?
They go on a bunch of trips.
On VH1, when you get to the final 3 minutes and you go on a trip.
Your own trip?
Yeah, a solo trip or the families come in.
Oh, okay. So they don't go on a solo trip. They're all in Australia, which is amazing. They already met their families.
Okay.
He flew to their hometowns and they had their own little thing.
Okay.
Now they went to Australia and he went on individual overnight dates with 3 women.
Okay.
That's how the fantasy suite thing works. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, you guys know I'm not the biggest Bachelor fan.
No, get me together, huh?
But I know the biggest thing that happened, one girl, her name's Maddison. Although I don't 1,000% agree with what she did. Anyway, she has a very high moral compass. She is a virgin, and she gave him a little ultimatum that, like, if you sleep with the other women, I might have to walk away. And I think the last people saw she was walking away because obviously he hooked up with the 2 other girls. And he's already hooked up with somebody on national television before, so I'm just kind of confused why she was even giving him that option, but whatever.
Why do virgins go on The Bachelor? Why do virgins go on reality TV? That's stupid. That's stupid and counterproductive. Production should be frustrated. I would have her eliminated.
Or they should have had that be part of her story from the beginning. Like, I think it should have been...
She probably hit it.
Right, because there have been virgins who've gone on The Bachelor before, and that's always kind of their thing. Like, they're the virgin of that season. But for her to just kind of wait and reveal it and then be like, if you've slept with someone else, I don't know if I could continue this relationship. And I'm like, didn't he become The Bachelor because he slept with somebody else on national television? Just a little confusing to me. Again, this is why I don't really understand the women who go on The Bachelor, but whatever.
Yeah, it's nothing against virgins specifically.
No.
I just am curious as to why a virgin would go on The Bachelor where most of the time they're having sex on TV.
I mean, you've seen that they go to the Exactly. Anyway, you guys, so the big thing, other than that little situation, is the casting call that was popped up at the end of the episode. And it is a casting call for seniors who are looking for love.
Yes.
Whereas the way Chris Harrison described it, looking for love in their golden years. People Magazine reports that they did find a casting call on a Bachelor producer's Instagram that says they're looking for, quote, active and outgoing people who are 65 years old or older and, quote, ready for a committed relationship. There's no official name yet. It's currently just being referred to as senior dating show. Would you guys watch a Bachelor that is for older people, for your grandparents?
If it's formatted the same way as The Bachelor, no. But I'm very excited about the idea because where are the senior shows? We had like the America's Next Top Model senior edition, but that was like several years ago.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they need representation. They're sick of looking at us with no wrinkles.
I actually kind of think in a weird way it would be interesting.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't know if The Circle was going to be good. We didn't know if Love is Blind was going to be good. And sometimes those shows that you just feel are so absurd always end up being the train wrecks that you can't stop watching.
I agree, Maddison. That's a good idea.
And while it might be a little uncomfortable to see, you know, older people having their moment, I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think more power to them. I think that you should be able to find love at any point in your life. Like, they want to be with somebody and spend their last years with somebody too. What's wrong with that?
And
you could still have a 30-year marriage with someone by the time you're 65.
And old people
Need
are
love.
Notoriously shady. Do you know the confessionals we're about to get from these shady grannies? I'm ready.
Because honestly, they have nothing to lose.
Exactly.
That's the best part about being old.
They're going to be getting
like,
cursed out on that
once you get old,
one.
you can just say things and people can't blame you because they're like, oh, well, they're just old. You know, it's the best thing. I agree with you. We're about to get some really good confessionals.
Wait, they can get Betty White to host the first episode. And I'm glad you said the first episode. Do not be exhausting my sis Betty White
I was just about to say,
her golden
I was
years.
like, I don't know if Betty White could
Want a cameo.
last a whole season. That gives me
Just
anxiety.
one. Because I love me some Betty. The original.
The OG.
The OG.
Okay, you guys, let's talk about Harvey Weinstein because, like I said, a lot of you brought this up yesterday when his conviction came down. So Variety reports that shortly after Harvey was found guilty of 2 out of the 5 charges against him, he was en route to Rikers Island when he started to complain of chest pains. So he was admitted to Bellevue Hospital, which has its own ward for prison inmates. So I think they wanted to include that so people didn't think he was trying to fake chest pains in order to get out of going to prison. But his attorney stated that they will be appealing the ruling and that Harvey is strong and they will continue to fight. He also added that Harvey kept saying over and over again, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. How could this happen in America? I'm innocent.
How could this happen in America? Ask those victims how it could happen in America. Next.
I guess for me, this sounds so bad, but it feels kind of stereotypical almost, where it's like he's older, he's definitely trying to show that he is frail, he's fragile, there's no way an old, frail, fragile man could commit such heinous acts.
We'll fold him up like the folding chair he looked like and throw him in the cell and throw away the key.
And I get it, if you've watched Law & Order, SVU at all, you know Rikers Island is no joke. So I could get why you might start feeling a little pain in your chest.
Anybody from the
when
tri-state
you realize
area,
what's happening.
They know Rikers is
It's no joke.
It's the Tombs.
No
Might not come
joke.
out that one.
No joke. Maybe we should shout out our favorite prison YouTuber just one more time.
23 and 1.
Just in case Harvey, you know,
Please.
he's in the hospital right now. He might need some tips before he
He
goes.
might need to make a prison burrito.
He might, with a honey bun. Is that how you do it? I don't remember.
Listen, there were a lot of treats.
There were a lot of treats,
I think this one,
a lot of tricks of the trade.
Ramen and hot dogs. Rolling on up.
See, I love ramen and I love hot dogs, but I don't know about ramen and hot dogs.
Maddison.
I guess when it's a dire situation,
You want the
you
prison
will eat
square?
ramen and hot
The prison square that they give to the girls in the pot?
I guess
gonna
I'll
be
eat
rolling
ramen
up
and
some
hot dogs. Ramen and hot dogs. I guess so. Ooh, okay. That literally, like, the gag is right here. You know when it's just right on the top and you're like, you're not sure if it's gonna. I haven't seen 60 Days In. That's the one person show I haven't.
You gotta see that one.
But I've seen Lock Up.
And imagine yourself in that
Lock
situation.
Up Quentin or whatever that one is. That, I mean, some hardcore stuff goes down in there. Some hardcore stuff.
You gotta watch 60 Days In and imagine yourself in there.
Scared Straight. Love Scared Straight.
But see, the kids never got to stay.
That's
60
true.
Days In, they putting the civilians in the jail for 2 months.
I like that because I always get mad on
Lock
Scared
'em up.
Straight because they're like, now if you don't do this, you're gonna have to spend the night, and then they never make them spend the night. So I'm
Yeah.
like, how are they actually getting scared straight? They're not until they have to actually spend the night there.
Girl.
That would scare me very, very straight.
Okay.
Okay, you guys, let's move on and talk about BTS. We have a lot of BTS news, so if you're part of the ARMY, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up.
Purple hearts in the chat if you're a
Purple
part of the
hearts
army.
in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so the first part of BTS news we're talking about, you guys, their appearance on the late night show with Jimmy Fallon was last night. We got to see them do a lot of things. They went to Katz's Deli.
Yum.
Love
Yum.
a good pastrami. They also rode the subway. They played some of, Jimmy's famous games on the subway. That's also where they asked some of those fan questions. And then we also saw them perform in Grand Central Station. One of the questions I want to point out, just because I know Courtney will have a very deep appreciation for this, one of the questions that a fan tweeted in was, who was one person the group was really looking forward to meeting or who they wanted to meet? And let me see who it was again.
Me.
One of the, RM. Sorry, I wanted to get it right because I know you BTS fans will come for me if I don't get the number correctly. He's answered John Cena.
Of course. Listen, John Cena loves BTS.
And he is. John Cena previously said in an interview that he is a huge BTS fan and he loves RM and J-Hope.
Look at that. Now we need them to come together.
What if John Cena made an appearance in a BTS music video? Like, would we be here for it?
It
would we
be
not?
one of their best videos.
One of the best.
Yeah.
Courtney would stand.
I don't know if we would be able to see him, but it would be one of their best.
It would. I want to shout out Fessy real quick. If Cosby can go to jail, everyone of every age can go, no complaints. Harvey Weinstein, love you guys. Happy Wednesday. Hope y'all have a lovely day.
You too, Fessy.
Thank you. I also want to shout out Caitlin. Can I get a shout out to my boyfriend Jay, who's sitting next to me while I'm watching? He doesn't understand why I watch you guys every day, but I'm going to make him. Love you guys. LOL.
Hey, Jay.
Hello, Jay. Well, sorry, you have to share Caitlin with us for at least 1 hour a day.
It's just 60 minutes.
Just 60 minutes, and hopefully we can make you love us for an hour a day too.
And
Fingers
thank you
crossed.
for
Yes.
blessing our mess.
Yes, thank you. Okay, now let's move on and talk about BTS and specifically who they revealed would be their dream collab, because I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised and some of you might be irritated. So they did an interview with E! News. One of the questions that was asked is who would be their dream artist to collab with. Now they came up with some big names. Number one, of course, Taylor Swift.
Well, yeah.
Shout out to the Taste.
Taste.
Then they also said Billie Eilish.
Taste.
Adele.
Taste. The biggest artist in the world.
And now, take a listen for what the collective group said was their answer.
Yeah. If I have a chance, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
You know what, killing me either.
That's an old song.
I will say they answered the question in the form of a Nicki Minaj song. So that is positive.
That's the only redeeming factor. Is that they could link that to Beauty and a Beat.
I saw that. I was like, the only thing Courtney is going to agree with in this whole video clip is the fact that BTS related their answer back to an old Nicki Minaj song.
Someone said I have a string in my head, Madison.
Oh my God, right here.
Get it.
Right here. Make a wish. I think that's an eyelash, but whatever, it's fine.
I wished for Billie and
You
all
wished
of her
for Billie?
eyelashes.
I would love them to collab with Taylor Swift. Just because Taylor would be like tall, gangly dancing in the background, I would be for it.
I want BTS to collab with Post Malone
Okay.
because I think that makes sense. Justin Bieber would make sense to to an extent. I really don't care at this point because I got what I wanted before the rest of y'all, and that was the Nicki Minaj collab. So
Raquel said, watch Scooter jump on it right away. And
Yeah, probably.
that's exactly how I feel too. I think it will be only a matter of time until we get a picture, we see BTS pop up at a show. We're going to get something here soon because honestly though, as much as I despise Scooter, he would be fumbling a bag if he didn't jump on this opportunity.
I agree. I feel like once BTS has about like 2 more years and it becomes sort of normal to see like the K-pop acts work with the American girls, I think that
Yes.
the door is gonna
flood open. The floodgates will open.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on and just breeze through the Stranger Things news. So for all of you who love Stranger Things, this is for you, and I know it's coming back here soon. So during a recent interview with GQ, Charlie Heaton opened up about his very hush-hush relationship with his co-star, Natalia Dyer. He said at first they didn't know what the relationship was because they kind of felt like they were just sneaking around. It was exciting. But the one thing he did know is after their chemistry test, it was immediate sparks. He said sparks went flying. He went on to say, quote, it's an interesting thing to work with somebody who you go home with. It's always really fun. We're really comfortable with each other so we can play and feel more free and we can talk about it more.
That's interesting. Stranger Things is coming back soon, right?
Yeah.
Y'all like Stranger Things?
I think people really like Stranger Things. I know that's a huge, huge thing. I saw Eleni, maybe? I know I'm not saying that correctly, was very excited for the Stranger Things news. Yes, yes, yes. But I think it's really, really cute and fun for viewers when people who are on-screen couples date in real life, and the fact that they normally don't speak about their relationship makes it that much more interesting, because then when a little snippet happens, we're like, wait, okay, confirmation. They go home together, they are in a relationship, there is a lot of chemistry there, and they do love each other, thank goodness.
And you kind of like leave people to wonder and create your own sort of like idea of what the relationship is like, and then when they come out and confirm it, it's like, okay. Well.
Exactly. Shout out to Katie. Gotta go. Sorry, y'all. Thought I was rushing you. You did not. Oh, Katie.
No, not at all.
Absolutely not, Katie. Absolutely not. I don't rush because I watch after. Champagne travel blog. Court Kate joke. LOL. Have a good day, loves. Katie. Absolutely not. Oh my God. No.
Katie.
I'm planning my trip to Oxford.
You are ready.
And Tampa. Girl, I am planning my
give me a
trip.
chance.
I am planning my trip. Do not ever stress. You were not rushing us. At all.
I want to shout out Pamela. Pamela says, please shout out my daughter Chloe, who is turning 12 today. She is home from school and watching with me. Hello to Chloe.
Happy birthday! Yes! 12 is such a good year.
That is a good
I
year.
love even numbers. Okay, let's move on and talk a little bit about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner. This is just fueling those pregnancy rumors, you guys. It's a new report from Life and Style magazine. Joe Jonas is reportedly treating Sophie Turner like a princess amidst her pregnancy. The story said that he's always treated her this way. It's just more so now that she's got a bun in the oven, treating her to romantic getaways, pampering sessions, and when Sophie is feeling tired, Joe reportedly takes charge and runs errands, grocery shops, etc. A man. Joe and Sophie reportedly could not be more excited to welcome their first child together. They can't wait to become parents.
Aw.
A little baby
That's
Jonas.
cute. I wish we could hear news like that about Chloe.
Right, but it's not there yet. It's not quite
They
there.
ain't gonna be there for a minute.
I know. I think we're going to have to keep
Couple
waiting.
minutes.
But let's move on, you guys, and talk about Gigi Hadid, Zayn Malik, Jake Paul. An update on the situation.
Okay.
Jake's sources spoke to TMZ to try to clarify what happened. And, of course, they are painting Zayn to be the instigator.
Of course. Girl,
Shocker.
bye.
So sources from Jake's side told TMZ that...
TMZ.
Yes. That Jake and Zayn were both staying at the same hotel in Las Vegas. They actually had rooms on the same floor and near each other. After the fight, they were both seen getting off the elevator together, or like similar times, and Jake saw Zayn and his friends and was like, hey, you should come down to our room and party.
Okay.
And I guess Zayn responded with something rude like, I don't give an F, that's a no for me, have a good night, walked away. So I guess Jake was kind of hurt that, you know, Zayn kind of blew him off.
Ego blow.
Exactly. He went and continued partying in his hotel room, and then they ran into each other again downstairs in the hotel lobby. This is again when Jake approached him about partying with him, and Zayn definitely blew him off. I guess he got even sassier, asking Jake who the F did he think he was. Zayn reportedly even went as far as to ask Jake if he wanted to, quote, test him. Either way, sources say Jake reportedly isn't holding a grudge, and Jake's sources say that they were both drinking. Zayn was drinking and Jake was drinking, hence why this kind of blew out of proportion. However, Zayn is supposed to not be drinking.
So
and someone from his team came forward and said Jake might have been drinking, but Zayn absolutely was not.
Y'all tried it.
He was annoyed because Jake kept pestering him to party with him, and he did not want to. And so after a while, if someone's being annoying and they're drunk and you're not, I would probably react the same way. Like, dude, get the hell away from me and get out of my face. I said no, you know?
Maddison. That was an ego blow.
I know.
For Jake, and he needs to get over it. Once again, I want to reiterate, I think we said something yesterday that did strike a few nerves in terms of the comparison of someone, in my opinion anyway, Zayn and Gigi are A-list celebrities, right?
Yes.
To me, Jake Paul is not a celebrity. Jake Paul is a celebrity YouTuber. That's what popped up on Tana's turns 21 last night. Celebrity YouTuber, right? It's not the same.
Right.
Also, Maddison, what we do here at the table on YouTube and what Jake Paul does on YouTube, they're not the same thing. Do you consider us celebrities?
No.
Do you consider us trying to be celebrities?
No, and I also don't necessarily consider us YouTubers.
Do you think that we do what we do for attention?
No. I do what I do because I like it and I need to check.
I know what
I
you're
need to
gonna
make
say.
a living.
I just want to go ahead and just make that clear so that when I do say Jake Paul and Zayn Malik are nowhere near the same level, and why would Jake Paul think that Zayn would come into his hotel room and party with him? That's blasphemous to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Why would he keep bothering him?
Also, like, if I saw...
Why would you want to party with Jake Paul?
If I saw Zayn... I've seen Zayn Malik, actually, out before here in Los Angeles, and I just never would approach somebody. I feel like they're out doing their thing. You're out doing your thing. You can say hi. Oh my God, hi, have a good night.
Like when I met Nick Jonas. Hi, Nick Jonas. And roll the window and go on with your life. Yeah.
Keep going. I don't know. I think Jake Paul definitely is a little big for his britches.
I agree.
And I think he saw Zayn Malik, and in his mind, he's like, oh, Zayn's not really putting anything out. Zayn's not really doing anything.
Who?
I am the king of Vegas. I do fights here. I do the XYZ.
Girl.
How dare he not want to hang out with me? Like, just because two people are in the limelight doesn't mean that they need to hang out or even want to hang out with you.
Exactly.
Shout out to Melinda. It is her 40th birthday.
Hey, Melinda.
Yes, the big boy.
Melinda.
Congratulations. 40 is an amazing milestone. So
Yeah,
congratulations
honestly.
and happy birthday.
Come on, 40.
Okay, let's move on and talk about Pete Davidson and Ariana Grande, you guys. So Pete Davidson recently sat down with Charlemagne the God for a very revealing interview for his YouTube channel. Charlemagne does a lot of, in-depth celebrity interviews.
Yes, outside of the Breakfast Club.
Outside of the Breakfast Club. This is completely separate. Pete Davidson talked about his past relationships, including his breakup with Ariana Grande. Pete admitted that he knew their engagement was over after Mac Miller passed away. As soon as Mac Miller passed away and that news kind of started going everywhere, Pete admitted that he totally understood what Ariana was going through and that he remembered telling her that he would be there for her until she didn't want him there anymore. He went on to say, quote, I pretty much knew after that. That was really horrible, and I can't imagine what that ish was like. All I do know is that she really loved the out of him, and she wasn't putting on a show or anything. That was effed up. He then went on to offer prayers to Mac's family.
Girl, agreed.
I think that Ariana Grande moved on with Pete Davidson right after Mac Miller because she was just kind of looking for love, and I think she was looking for something different, and I think Pete Davidson offered her that, and he worshipped the ground she walked on. He really, really did, even though some of us felt like it might have been an act at times. I know I definitely gave Pete Davidson a pretty hard time during those episodes of Daily Rewind and stuff. But I feel like Ariana just wasn't in a headspace to be in such a serious relationship so quickly. And I think when everything happened with Mac Miller, I even remember we actually reported that news live. We were having an office beach day, and we went live from the beach to tell everyone what was happening because it was so crazy.
Yeah.
I remember thinking in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can imagine that Ariana is feeling a lot of different things. Obviously, she's grieving, she's mourning, but I'm sure she also feels some guilt because some people were trying to pin it on her.
Yes,
it was
they
just
were.
a horrible, horrible thing. Horrible thing. You kind of knew it too, obviously.
He used to talk ish on Mac and threatened him. That doesn't mean that people can't change. You get what I'm saying?
And that doesn't mean that after something like this happens that you can't take a step back and realize all of that was so petty and stupid. And I think it's okay to have done that in the past as long as you can acknowledge that it wasn't necessarily right. You acknowledge that, wow, the person I was with really wasn't in a headspace to be with me because they were still in love with somebody else, and still offer up prayers to his family and his friends. Like, I feel like that was a really genuine moment for Pete, to be honest.
I agree, and I don't think that it's negative for him to say that. It is his experience, because I'm sure there will be people online that drag him for even talking about Ariana anyway. But I do think that, at least for me, the second that I found out the news about Mac, I knew it was going to be over. And that's unfortunate that like something like that has to happen. They were gonna get married, and who knows if that would have been a mistake or not, but that's what was going to happen.
No, exactly. And I feel like even taking the celebrity out of it, you know, sometimes we have to do that to kind of check ourselves. I feel like this is a very relatable situation, and people who have gone through extreme loss can attest to the fact that at times their relationships that are happening in their life don't survive. They don't make it. And well, I feel like it can come across shady, and some people will try to interpret it that way. Take the celebrity out of it and just think about people you love and people you know. And I think this is a very relatable and real thing that happened to them.
And a real moment for Pete.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit more about his relationship with Kaya Gerber, because he also opened up about that. Controversial because of their age difference. But essentially he said that she was really young and he was going through a lot when they started dating. We know that they did end up breaking up because he chose to go get treatment. He went to rehab. He went on to say that it wasn't the right time or place for their relationship. He continued on to say Kaya should be, quote, having fun. She shouldn't have to worry about some dude that just has issues. She should be enjoying her work. I really respect him for that as well, because she is young and she is kind of still climbing that career ladder, still climbing that model ladder. Of course, is she, you know, already leaps and bounds above everybody else because of her family? Of course, but she's still very young, and that was something we always argued. We were like, when we heard reports of, oh, she was really in it, this was really serious, we were like, girl, that's a lot to take on when you are in your early 20s living in New York and trying to chase your dream. That's a lot.
But then you have someone like a Sophia that's young, and she's up for the task.
Right.
And maybe Pete just didn't want to potentially run the risk of there being resentment when she turned like 26, 27.
Right,
And you don't been to therapy with your boyfriend like 50 times. I get it, but everyone has a choice.
And I think it was very mature of him to acknowledge that.
Yes.
And it does show that whatever sort of treatment, therapy he's going through, to me that says that he really is making progress.
Yeah. And
in
you
my
know
own
what?
opinion.
It could have just been the wrong time. Him and Kaya could link back up years from now.
Yeah, we
You
never know. Oh God, get out of my head. He also noted, you guys, that he soon could be leaving SNL. He described Lorne Michaels, that's the EP, as a father figure, but he still described the show as cutthroat, saying they don't give an F about you at the end of the day. Ultimately, Pete said that he wants to be a dad and he would like to direct and write. And he said his dream is to write stuff and be able to produce it for his friends. And I just love that. Very Adam Sandler-esque of him, if you will. But let's go ahead and get into this Scott, Sophia, Kylie and Travis, Kylie and Jordan, Chloe and Lamar news. So go ahead and turn your volumes down for...
Jenner T-Toad! Hello to everyone in your office.
That woke me up.
I love getting to do that.
Right?
I really enjoy doing that intro. The Jenner Tea Time intro.
I know, exactly. Let's go ahead. I feel like it's time for Tequila Tuesday.
Yes, it is.
It is time for Tequila Tuesday. We haven't even poured a shot, but here we go. Baby one for me, you know,
Gotcha.
baby.
I just want to type something to the chat real
Oh
quick.
yes, no, it's fine. I saw the eyes. I saw the eyes peering. I know that means Courtney needs to say something in the chat. But while he's doing that, let's kick it off with this Scott and Sophia news, because it is my absolute favorite and proves that Courtney and I could hang out with Scott and Sophia. So give us a call. So you guys, Sophia Richie posted on her Instagram story a sweet surprise that she received from Scott Disick, and that sweet surprise was McDonald's on her private jet. And wow, have you ever respected their relationship more than in this moment? Because I haven't.
Some Mickey D's in the midst of the glitz and the Ritz.
Right? I feel like that is like us in a nutshell.
On the PJ.
You know what I mean? Like, we love a bougie moment, but also we're never against the McDonald's. So shout out to Scott Disick for having exquisite taste in fast food cuisine.
But Maddison, here's a question. And this is, if you're a picky eater like myself, I know you're thinking of someone, I'm that person. How far away was McDonald's from the private jet?
Right? I don't even know if Scott was there, if he just had it delivered, if he surprised her with it.
My food better have been warm.
Either way, I find that a good surprise.
It's not a good surprise if my McDonald's is cold.
I'm sure Scott Disick, if it was delivered,
Put it in a hot box.
he would make sure that whoever was
outside
delivering
of the bag
it
with the grease
had
spots.
it together. Yes, I'm sure. It is Scott Disick. Although we might not consider him as someone who thinks everything through, I hope he would think the McDonald's delivery through. Scott, don't do my McDonald's dirty like that. Please, please, please. Okay, let's move on and talk about...
We gotta take our shot, Madison.
Oh, are we gonna take our shot right now?
Yes.
Can I just share your Diet Coke? Or your Coke, because my
I
Diet
care.
Coke. Okay, perfect. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, okay. We're moving on to talk about Kylie and Travis. A little update. Ooh, that is lingering.
Woo!
Whoa. Yes, all right. I feel awake. I feel energized. Okay, you guys. So a little update on Kylie and Travis and their family outing. A source spoke to Hollywood Life who saw them at the little trampoline and then take their little family outing to the mall. They reportedly looked really happy. They looked like a little happy family together. The Eyewitness mentioned that Kylie and Travis were not seen kissing or holding hands, but it was clear they were definitely comfortable and friendly.
Okay.
The source went on to say they seemed to be in a great mood and were just enjoying the family outing. I actually think that's very mature, because I think if Stormy saw her parents showing affection, even though she's little, you automatically will link them together. And I think that just speaks to Kylie's maturity. Her and Travis's maturity in this co-parenting relationship.
I like that we have them as a good co-parenting example. You don't have to like Kylie or Travis, but I mean, there's minimal mess in their relationship from what we can see.
Exactly.
And that's what I love.
Exactly.
Because I like them as a couple.
Me too. And honestly, I think that this is perfect for right now. They can spend time together. They're really great friends. You guys always know I say I believe that they hook up here and there. But the fact that they can come together and have just a Sunday out with Stormy without any weirdness and without anyone who's seeing them seeing any weirdness or feeling any weirdness, that speaks volumes.
I agree.
Because a lot of times you know when you see a couple, and everyone can attest to this wherever you've been, you know when you see a couple and there's tension. You can feel it.
You work in enough outlet mall retail stores, you see it every day.
You feel it. Or someone will make a snide comment and you're like, oh God, I don't want to get in that car later.
I've seen a couple do this where like the wife and the husband are arguing and she just hits him with the don't.
Oh yes.
Don't.
I've seen that at Disney. Oh, and you're just like, whoop,
I said whoop.
and whoop.
Earbuds.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about Kylie and Jordan, you guys. There's a new report from Us Magazine updating us on how Kylie is a year after her friendship with Jordan has ended. And the source said that Kylie has been doing, quote, well. The source went on to say that Kylie, quote, loves hanging out with all of her crew of girls now, which includes Stassi, Yaris, and Victoria. Interesting that Sophia wasn't explicitly mentioned, but I'm going to choose to believe that wasn't shade. Kylie is reportedly very comfortable and is her complete self in this friend group. They all just reportedly have fun together like any close group of friends. Thoughts? I also am kind of like, why was this necessary?
I want to say this. I find it strange that Kylie don't know any other rich black girls, but also in the same breath, Maddison, I feel like if she just randomly had a black girlfriend out of nowhere, I would be like, well, why is she trying to replace Jordan? See, this is all a plan. This is all a stunt.
Yeah. I honestly think that Kylie doing well is the perfect way to describe it, because I did see some headlines taking this report and making it sound like Kylie's thriving after her friendship. Kylie's, living her best life. I don't necessarily believe that to be true, because I really think when you have someone who is such an integral part of your life, I mean, really, if you watched Life of Kylie, Jordan and Kylie were almost like partners in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they did everything together. So, well, yes, Kylie is surviving. Of course. She's
a billionaire. She's going to be all right.
She has a child. She has to pick herself up by her bootstraps. She can't wallow around all day because she lost a friend. Do I think she's thriving? No. Do I think that she's found solace in the group of friends that she still has? Yes. Do I think any of those friendships compared to the one she had with Jordan? No. But I think that she's able to definitely survive and still have healthy, positive friendships.
Lean says the friendship dynamic would be totally different if they got back together. Jordan has become more than Kylie's friend. I would like them to squash the beef. Not sure if they could be BFFs again. And Lean, I wonder, would there be, not to make it sound dramatic, but if there would be almost kind of like a power struggle? Like, we don't know if Kylie, when the cameras were off, was like, girl, get my bag. You know what I mean? And Jordan might be like, get your own bag. Matter of fact, Kylie, how about you grab my bag? Like, you know what I mean? You just never know.
That's true.
Interesting, because people change. Kylie and Jordan don't know each other. People change every single day. It's been a whole year. They're literally strangers at this point.
A big year of change and growth as well. Like, it's not just been a year of them not being friends. Like, this has been really the first year where Kylie has been put to the test of being a full-time mother. And Jordan has really been put to the test of having a career completely without any connection or correlation to Kylie.
They both had to learn how to stand on their own.
Exactly. It's been a really big year of growth for them. And I do believe that even if they did become friends again, it would be completely different. And I don't ever believe they'll be as close as they were, because just when it boils down to it, Kylie becoming friends with Jordan again, even if we disagree, it will be looked upon as she's going against her family in a sense. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's when you just really make it simple, that's what it is. So I don't think that they'll ever be able to maintain the friendship they had before, ever. But I wanted to shout out Lydia because this made me laugh. I'm from England and I watch you guys every day. You make my day happier. And shout out to my fiance as I'm trying to make him watch you guys, and I love your outfits.
Hi,
Yes!
fiance.
Hi, fiance.
Hey.
Hi. I love that you guys are trying to make your significant other
That's literally me.
watch us, and I love it so much. You guys are definitely doing the work and helping grow the morning tea and grow the tea tribe. So thank you. And shout out to the fiancés who go tell everyone at work about the morning tea.
And fiancés, listen, pay attention to us. You don't want to be left out.
That's true. Wouldn't that be so
When your partner
awkward?
starts singing Miss Mika or starts screaming Car Dinner Time, you're going to want to be able to pull that reference from the table.
Fiancés who tea together, stay together.
Now that's it.
I'm just saying. I don't want to call myself a relationship therapist, but it's proven.
If you want to get on the road to having your own baby teaspoon, you watch the morning tea.
That's
live.
right. And we have a lot of mothers to prove it. Just saying. Okay, you guys, last little bit of car dinner tea time. Khloe and Lamar. So Khloe Kardashian, some of her other family members, as well as Kris Jenner, they also attended Kobe Bryant's memorial service yesterday. Lamar Odom was also in attendance. And so there was some very brief chatter of whether or not they were going to cross paths. A source spoke to Hollywood Life and said that Lamar was not worried about seeing Khloe or really any of the family members. He was there solely to focus on, obviously, Kobe and Gianna. And the fact that that even needed to be a story,
Annoying.
I really hated.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm like, honestly, even though we've been giving Khloe a little bit of a hard time lately, and deserved, I would never in a million quadrillion years think that Khloe, the Kardashians, or Lamar would take a situation like yesterday and make any sort of drama out of it.
I will say this, Madison. I was a little bit upset at some publications yesterday because they were all running the same headline. No pictures of Beyonce inside of Kobe's memorial. And it's like, Beyonce was there. I'm sure she did legendary job. Don't make it about her.
She did do a legendary job.
It wasn't about Beyonce. And so many media outlets, they were reporting all of these things about Beyonce. If it wasn't about the music she was singing, leave it. It was not about her.
The only other
And
thing...
she didn't want it to be about her regardless.
No, and I watched, honestly, only like a minute of Beyonce's performance.
It's like
because
2 hours and 30
it
minutes.
was very emotional. And I was at work, and I was already crying at my desk, and I was trying to keep it together. Full disclosure with you guys. And I also saw a really sweet moment between Beyonce and Vanessa where I believe Michael Jordan was speaking. It was either him or Shaq. And Vanessa kind of, put her head down, and Beyonce just like leaned forward. And you could just tell that they were praying together. She was giving her strength.
Yes.
And again, such a beautiful, small moment.
Yes.
But people were picking up like, Beyonce is, blah, blah.
And she can't help that. And that's
No,
what
and
I'm
that's
sure
a
gets
natural
frustrating
reaction.
for her.
Think about it. Someone is
Yeah.
sitting in front of you who you love and care about, okay? They are going through the worst moment of their life.
Yes.
You're obviously not going to sit there and be like,
Of course not. Yeah.
duh. Obviously, but I agree with you. I think people were getting a little confused yesterday.
It's so good, and I love seeing moments where, of course, Beyonce doesn't realize that she's Beyonce.
That was yesterday.
I just wish that in moments where it's really not about her, people could forget that she's Beyonce as well. Not about Beyonce. Don't forget about Beyonce. You can never forget about her. She's an icon.
No.
But forget that she's Beyonce, because I felt like a lot of people, from what I saw, they were focusing on everything else but the actual memorial.
They were missing the point,
They
so
were
to
missing
speak.
the point. Yeah.
And again, the fact that this was a story tells me still some people were missing the point.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was important for the Kardashians to be there, and I know that's kind of a bit of a controversial opinion, but they were part of the same neighborhood. They all kind of inadvertently were in the same social group, and after just the horrendous comments that took place on Twitter, I was happy that they were there.
Yeah,
I mean,
me
you know,
too.
I felt some type of way with how people were reacting about the helicopter Calabasas car.
Yeah.
Put two and two together. If you didn't see the tweets, be happy, because they were horrendous.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really important, and I'm happy that at this table we get to control the conversation.
Yeah.
And we can point out, like, yeah, this happened, but that wasn't the most important thing.
It's like, don't forget about this also, because this is what we're here for.
Exactly. We're going to get into the Selena Gomez news, you guys, and Charlie Puth. I know y'all have been waiting for it, so if you're ready for it, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Start putting your crowns in the chat.
Yeah.
And while you guys are doing that, I want to shout out April.
Hey,
she
April.
asked a very important question that
What
I feel
April say?
needs to be answered. Who helps record this? Who manages the technical difficulties? Who's behind the camera? Well, April.
That's a beautiful question,
that is
April.
An amazing question. We have Shambong Dave and Hit It Leo here. They are two members of our team. They are members of the Morning Tea family, and we
Yes.
could not put on the show without them.
Yes.
They have their own Instagram accounts because Courtney and I forced them to,
I'm
but
putting it
now
in the
I think
chat.
they like it.
I'm putting it in the chat.
And they post behind the scenes. And you guys, whenever you're showing you guys watching the Morning Tea, please tag them as well, because they put in just as much work and dedication to the Morning Tea to make sure you guys can watch it clear every day. I mean, without Shambong Dave, the microphones
We'd
would
be
be
blurry
wonky,
AF,
we'd be
girl.
blurry. Without Hit It Leo, you guys would never see the receipts. Ever.
Ever.
You would never see our close-ups. I mean,
Yeah.
what would the Morning Tea be without the Chris Cam?
What, Chris?
And me looking at the camera talking about hot dogs. It just wouldn't even be the Morning Tea. It would not be the Morning
Talking
Tea.
about hot dogs.
That's like the only time I've ever been like, I need my one cam. I must let everyone know how much
Just
I
slowly
love
turn.
hot dogs.
Good morning, Haley.
Yes, exactly. So that is who is behind the camera. They help us every single day. So
Yes.
please show them lots of love as well, you guys. Courtney and I could not be here without them.
Promise y'all that.
Literally.
Can't do
cannot.
it without them.
But let's go ahead and get into this Selena Gomez, Charlie Puth situation. You guys have been tweeting us about it. You've been asking us to discuss it. So here we go. Charlie Puth recently tweeted out about essentially the one who got away. And of course, the majority of people in the replies think he's talking about Selena Gomez.
Okay.
So Charlie recently tweeted saying, I was dumb and immature in 2017. Now the girl I was gonna marry wants nothing to do with me. As I mentioned, Selenators are still in the replies, taking that as an opportunity to vote for her for the iHeartRadio Music Awards, which actually did make me
Smart.
laugh. You know
Yeah.
what, honestly, you
They
got-
attach every reply with the
that's
hashtag.
a great Selenator right there. Also pointing out Selena's impact and how all of her exes are hung up on her. Thoughts?
Selenators.
Thoughts. Wesley said immature in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and beyond.
Let me not address all Selenators.
And really quick, I just want to read Elizabeth. But Alicia Keys, I cried like a baby through it all. And Elizabeth, I know. Ever since, I've always loved Alicia Keys. It's actually one of my all-time favorite concerts I've been to in my entire life. She's so talented. But there is just something about this new era of Alicia Keys. She is literally a godmother, and her voice is soothing, and I feel like she just should be on a meditation app.
New
and
album coming soon.
She's fantastic. Yes, love Alicia Keys. Sorry.
I
Go back to
just
the
wa-
Selenators.
Some Selenators, why do y'all giving Charlie Puth attention? Like, Justin gave him he tried to use Justin.
Oh, let's
not
can
forget
we
about that.
revisit that? Can you remind everyone of that?
Charlie Puth posted the Changes album, but then in his caption, he was saying that Justin asked him to post it. Then he changed his caption once people realized, oh my God, Justin is asking people to promote his album. So like, there's Charlie Puth clout chasing. We gave him attention for that. Now here he is tweeting something that he knows is gonna get y'all riled up, and of course here y'all are using this as an opportunity to give him free promo for what? Y'all don't listen to his music?
And he definitely is working on new music.
So
I think
there you
this was a
go.
ploy to try to get people talking about his new music, because then the tweets after that were seemingly lyrics, and then there were some smiley faces. I don't know. I just feel like Charlie Puth is kind of one of those artists who's always trolling in a sense. Like, remember when Tekashi 6ix9ine's whole testimony was going on, and he tweeted out that he would produce a 6ix9ine album for free. I just feel like he must not be entirely confident in his music if you feel the need to sometimes troll online. I don't know Charlie Puth that well. Obviously, I don't know either of these people very personally, but I'm not a huge Charlie Puth stan. But I feel like he does do that kind of consistently. If I'm wrong, I know y'all will let me know in the comments, but I feel like, I don't know if that's his humor. I don't know if he's a jokester like Justin, and that's just kind of what he does, and maybe we're taking it too seriously. I don't know. Let me know.
I don't like this because it's very, this would be like if I were a celebrity. I know exactly what to go ahead and tweet to get people riled up and talking about me. And this is a very clear example of that. And I wish that some of y'all would just be a little bit smarter and just ignore him. Because you ignore things and they go away. You don't go and drag them and then they go away. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna drag him and say Selena's better. Should've streamed Selena. Should've streamed Rare for clear skin. And then like Charlie Puth still like winds up getting a Grammy somehow. Like, you know what I mean? Just stop.
I will say the only positives, if you were using that to vote for Selena Gomez for the iHeartRadio Music
that
Awards,
works.
honestly, not the worst
Fan
idea.
voted awards, Selena got in the bag, I feel like. Right?
Well, and
fan voted ones.
Don't forget, you guys, Selena's nominated for iHeart Awards, and Justin, that's going to be his first award show performance.
I wonder what he gonna perform.
So just keep in mind, those are next month. We might finally see them in the same place at the same time. Just something to keep in mind. I want to shout out Lean.
Hey,
We
Lean.
love Lean. Lean always has the most hilarious comments.
Hey, Lean.
I've been watching religiously almost a year now. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Lean.
I don't
Thank
remember,
you.
when did the morning tea start? Was it March or May?
It might have been May.
Okay,
I
May.
would
So
say.
we're not quite at our year yet.
Maybe like the beginning of
We'll
May.
have to do something
mid-May.
really exciting for the year anniversary.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
Do something.
People are saying they hope he's not going to perform Yummy. Hopefully not.
So what do y'all want him to perform? If not Yummy, because I also don't want him to perform Yummy.
Yes, let us know what you want Justin Bieber to perform at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. And then Lean said it's 2020. I still struggle with iPhone storage, and Charlie Puth is still salty about the Selena Gomez situation. Amazing progress. I think that he definitely still uses his relationship with Selena Gomez for some reason. Obviously, he knows the Selenators are a strong fan base, so it makes sense.
Ain't got nothing going
But
on.
I also find it very annoying. It's like you didn't even have a full-on relationship. You had a literal fling that she never owned up to, that you're the only one who's talked about it. So it's kind of embarrassing that you are still using that to get attention to your music.
Everyone stream kind of crazy for clear skin. I do want to talk to our good sis, Gabby. Gabby says Selena with Greg Sulkin. Now, I want to talk to you about Greg Sulkin.
You brought up Greg Sulkin randomly the other day. What were we talking about? You were
don't
saying I'm not
remember.
going to be Greg Sulkin. Or like, oh, I'm not going to be Sulkin like Greg Sulkin. That's what it was. You guys, the conversations we have before the red lights turn on are interesting.
I want to tell y'all, I have met Greg Sulkin on 2 separate occasions outside of this, in my previous life, as Wendy would say, working at the Panera.
Before
And
people avoided us on elevators, because that happened to Courtney and I
that
yesterday.
literally happened yesterday. Must have been a Cardi fan.
Must have been.
And he's one of those people that comes in like right before they close. Very nice. Cleans up after himself, leaves no mess. I was sweeping the whole restaurant. Greg came, asked me if I needed help.
Wow.
Guy.
Okay.
Second time, very nice. Please, thank you. Polite, manners. Selena, I would say that is a nominee.
Okay.
A nominee. That was good, Gabby. That was a good one.
If Kid Cudi.
He has a longtime girlfriend. They're dragging us,
Oh,
low key.
no.
Yes, we have to stop shipping Kid Gomez because he has a girlfriend, unfortunately.
Fine. I don't.
Shout out to the girlfriend.
You know
He's
I
great.
don't condone cheating or homewrecking.
I know.
So I will let that go.
The good ones always get snatched up.
They always do. Okay, Greg Sulkin. Let's put him
I
on
like
our
that
nominee
one.
list. I like that.
Yeah.
So we're seeing intentions. Someone said he doesn't need to perform, does he? That was Kitty Pipkin. That was a hilarious screen, and by the way, love it. Intentions.
I vote
Intentions.
Come Around Me.
Come Around Me. Is that his song with Lil Dicky?
That's no.
Oh.
Oh wait, yes it is. Yes it
Okay,
is.
that's the one. That's the one song I do really like.
Oh wait.
actually.
No, it's not.
No?
It's
Oh,
not.
all
It's not
right.
that
Well,
one.
just
Running
kidding.
Over is the one with Lil Dicky.
Okay. We have Confirmation.
Oh my God, Greg has a girlfriend. Gabby, you done got me out here.
We were literally just talking about how much we love Greg Sulkin. You guys are literally killing us. And we have Nina saying Charlie needs to mind his own business, and Nina, yes. He's
dating Michelle Randolph.
And also, he did used to date Bella Thorne. Interesting fact. Karina Lee said Craig isn't single either, though. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Oh, she's cute.
Oh, she is cute.
He's cuter, but she's cute.
Oh, she's cute. She's got some good eyebrows.
Yeah.
You guys, we're going to have to find someone who is single for Selena, because obviously Charlie Puth is not doing it for us.
At all.
At all.
Goodbye.
At all. But we do have Venus. They stand Charlie Puth. So there you go. But I think you can agree, even if you stand Charlie Puth, not Selena Gomez.
He just wants
No Charlie
attention.
and Selena. Yeah, no Charlie and Selena. But you guys, that is all the time we have, even though I see some of you stand Charlie. Okay, we got some Charlie Puth stands in there. All right, we see you.
Y'all can stand
We
attention
see
for Charlie
you.
Puth.
We see
Y'all can
you.
do that.
Michael B. Jordan, yes. Although I selfishly want Michael B. Jordan for myself, but I will let my girl Selena have him. Because we all know I love Rob Pattinson, and I also love Ed Westwick. I have some unpopular celebrities who I love as well, Noah Centineo, even though he's taken. But Michael B. Jordan wouldn't be against it. We have Hatu. Sorry, guys, missed half. I had 2 questions for both of my class. Oh, that's totally fine.
No, you're fine.
I hope I didn't miss any Queen S news. You did miss some Queen S news, but you can afterwatch. You can reheat the tea. We love our reheaters. We
Shout out
love
to the
our
reheaters.
afterwatchers. Thank you guys so much. You guys, that is all the time we have. Thank you for letting us have the morning tea today as kind of a distraction.
Yes.
And just a stress reliever. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for tuning in every day. We love you so much.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. I know we say that a lot, and I don't want you all to ever think that is coming from a false place.
It ain't on the docket.
It's not on the docket ever, and it's truly what we feel and what we believe. And thank you guys so much. Seriously,
Thanks, you guys.
Please show us if you guys watching the morning tea, because that gives us so much joy too.
Yes.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And like we said, don't forget to show Shambong Dave and Hit It Leo some Instagram love as well. You guys look out for Daily Rewind later this afternoon, and then we will be back tomorrow. Hello, I couldn't even get it out because I'm so excited for Hump Day, you guys. 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye. Now hit it, Leo.